versus the United States by Emily Cuthbertson and Alexa Gus. What happened? In 2011, police arrested 4 men that had connections to many armed robberies. One of the men confessed to being involved and gave up the other men's phone numbers. The FBI then used the phone numbers to gain intel and get the transactional records for each phone number, which was granted by the judges working the case. This was possible because of the Stored Communications Act. It states, a governmental entity may require the disclosure by a provider of electronic communication service of the contents of a wire or electronic communication that is in electronic storage in an electronic communication system for 180 days or less, only pursuant to a warrant. The records have information about the date and time of calls, the location of calls, where they were placed, and where the calls ended from cell phone tower data. After they found incriminating information, they charged a man named Timothy Carpenter with aiding and abetting robbery that affected interstate commerce, which violates the Hobbs Act. It states, whoever in any way or degree obstructs, delays, or affects commerce or the movements of any article or commodity in commerce by robbery or extortion or attempts or conspires to do so, or commits or threatens physical violence to any person or property in furtherance of a plan or purpose to do anything in violation of this section shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both. Carpenter then tried to say that the FBI needed a warrant based on probable cause to get the records, which he thought they did not have, saying that he thought they had violated his Fourth Amendment rights. Background information. Cell phone towers have a wide variety of electronic equipment and antennas that receive a signal from a cell phone. The cell phones use radio frequency radiation, which is what the cell phone tower uses to send or receive your text messages. The towers direct the radiation towards the horizon in a small beam, almost directly in front of the antenna. The radio frequency that is emitted by the antenna is the strongest radiation out of this whole beam. This connects to all cell phones, meaning all the information that you have on your phone can be traced through a tower, which is a public utility.
The issue at hand is that the government did a search of Carpenter's cell site records without a warrant. This violated the Fourth Amendment, which is against unreasonable searches and seizures. The argument is between whether or not the government violated Carpenter's Fourth Amendment right and what that right applies to. The meaning of it has changed over time as technology has been created. In this case, there is a debate of if the Fourth Amendment right is violated if the government tracks someone's movements or views their history through their cell phone records. How did the Supreme Court rule? It was a 5-4 decision for Carpenter. Majority opinion. The majority stated that the Fourth Amendment protects property interests along with protecting the privacy of the people. This is saying that the Fourth Amendment right was violated because there was a warrantless search of Carpenter's cell site records. This opinion finds that the people should be guaranteed full privacy of their cell phone records. The government must generally obtain a warrant supported by probable cause before acquiring such records. Dissenting opinions. Justice Anthony Kennedy filed a dissenting opinion that said that cell site records are the same as many kinds of business records the government has to protect. Justice Thomas filed a dissenting opinion that said the case should focus on whose property was searched instead of whether a search occurred. He says the information did not belong to Carpenter. Therefore, the government did not search Carpenter's property because they obtained cell site records of Metro, PCS, and Sprint. These records do not belong to him, so this did not violate his right. Carpenter does not create or own the records, so he does not have any power over them and cannot destroy them. Justice Alito filed a dissenting opinion that differentiates an actual search from an order merely requiring a party to look through its own records and produce specified documents. Justice Alito finds that the majority is allowing the defendant to object to a search of someone else's property. Justice Gorsuch filed an opinion in which he restates the original meaning of the Fourth Amendment, which he thinks is not violated in this case. Thank you for watching.